1959, Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II released what would eventually become their final Broadway show, The Sound of Music. Based on Maria von Trapp's autobiography, The Story of the Trapp Family Singers, this musical adaptation became a phenomenon, winning 5 Tony Awards including Best Musical, along with 4 additional nominations. It further cemented itself in pop culture through the 1965 film adaptation, which won 5 Academy Awards including Best Picture and was nominated for 5 more. However, that is not the adaptation we are here to discuss today. You see, in the mid-2010s, a peculiar phenomenon occurred with some major networks. They decided to produce live televised adaptations of classical pieces of American theater. These ranged from well-loved productions like Grease Live and Jesus Christ Superstar live in concert to astonishingly poor ones like Peter Pan Live and Dr. Seuss's The Grinch Musical Live. This trend seems to have faded somewhat, with the most recent production being Beauty and the Beast: A 30th Celebration in 2022. However, this doesn't change the fact that many of these productions are quite embarrassing. We wouldn't be discussing them today if it weren't for one standout: The Sound of Music Live.
No. Wait.
The special aired on NBC on December 5th, 2013, and starred Carrie Underwood as Maria. It was a massive hit, gaining 18.62 million viewers and won an Emmy for Outstanding Technical Direction, Camera Work, Video Control for a miniseries, movie, or a special. However, the special itself is a complete train wreck that paved the way for one of the most unbalanced trends in television history.
Peter Pan has found a mother. Oh, yeah. The game is up.
To start everything off, this special does nothing more than take the book of the musical and adapt it to television, featuring little to no changes from the original stage musical. However, this doesn't mean that it's just a simple stage play filmed for TV. The special rather built sets made for television, actors that weren't in the Broadway cast, and have commercial breaks built in. This approach is problematic at best, since the constant commercial breaks needed for network television can get distracting and ultimately makes it feel like there's an intermission every 9 minutes. Additionally, everything was shot in a studio. This makes sense for the sake of live television, but comparing this to the original film, it's just embarrassing. The opening number doesn't nearly hit as beautifully when we're just watching someone sing around what is obviously a set, as opposed to the beautiful on-location shots of the original film. And yes, I know it's a little stupid to compare this to the '65 Julie Andrews film, but chat, let's be honest, this special would not exist if it wasn't for that movie. So forgive me for comparing the two, okay? And it's at this point we find something else to complain about. The actress playing Maria, Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood first got her notoriety in the music industry for being the season 4 winner of American Idol. And for those of you younger listening, it was basically TikTok, but severely worse and mainly luck-based, so basically just TikTok. She captivated the viewers at home with her wonderful country music voice. Afterwards, she would release 10 studio albums from 2005 to 2022, have 16 singles hit the Billboard Hot 100, and would win 8 Grammy Awards. My point here is, while Carrie Underwood is a fine singer, she is not an actress. Before she took the lead in this special, the most acting experience she had was cameos where she played herself, an episode of Sesame Street, an episode of How I Met Your Mother, and a sports biopic called Soul Surfer, none of which showed that she could play the lead in a musical as beloved as The Sound of Music, especially when she's acting alongside Broadway legend Audra McDonald. All Underwood does in this special is underact and oversing. Like, dude, Favorite Things and Lonely Goatherd are not supposed to be belted like that. What are you doing?
These are a few of my favorite.
There is a reason why the movie went with an established Broadway actress like Julie Andrews as Maria instead of some popular singer at the time like, I don't know, Cher. This is why theater directors will always tell you when casting a musical, you look for actors who can sing, not singers who can act. Any attempt that doesn't do that is either left with an actor who can't carry a tune or a singer who can't convey emotion. I'm looking at you guys and dolls that did both.
Let be a lady tonight.
All the other actors bring 1,010% and treat the material with the respect that it deserves. Like, I'm telling you guys, it was a freaking miracle when I saw Christian Borle enter the screen. Even though the guy playing 17-year-old Ralph was 23 when he shot this, and dear God, he looks like he's even older. How do you do that? And yeah, some of the kids were... well, they're kids. Fine. Some of the musical numbers are shot very well. Every so often, they take advantage of the television medium and make choreography that plays to the camera, even if some of the musical numbers just reuse the same set. Like, why is the set for The Sound of Music and 16 going on 17 the exact same forest set? However, with all of the faults of this special, none of it truly matters when it comes to Audra McDonald. Her performance of Climb Every Mountain is, and I'm completely serious here, the most beautiful piece of modern musical theater I have ever heard. The Sound of Music live is a complete mess of an experience, with a lead who can't act, sets that look like they were built in an afternoon, and a structure that doesn't work for television. We are left with a bland production that makes a community theater production look like the 1965 film. It's best that you ignore this version and seek out Audra McDonald's Climb Every Mountain, rather than view this pale imitation of a classic story that gave birth to a completely unbalanced trend in network television. Alright, now, what you want to do is that you want to play the Captain Hook clip one more time. Play it again. Play it again, Sam. Sam is not the one editing this. I have diarrhea. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for this episode. What do you guys think of The Sound of Music Live? Please let me know down in the comments below. And also, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified on when future episodes are released. But until then, I will see you later. Bye.